From Turkmenistan, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Cuba, Azerbaijan, and Spain.
Up into the ring in a resplendent red robe is Sachin. 26 years of age. Here's the man, part of a full-strength IBN India boxing team. A whole host of credentials during the course of his glittering career. 2016 World Youth Champion, 2017 Asian silver medalist at the youth level. And here at the round of 32, he beat Umaid Rustamov of Uzbekistan on a 5-2 split in a bout that went to bout review. Over in the red and the blue corner is Khujanazar NORTOJIEV, 21 years of age, and he, the Asian under-22 bronze medalist from the event in Astana in 2024. Competed in the World Championships in Tashkent 2 years ago. And in 2022, he was a World Youth bronze medalist at 54 kilograms at the edition in La Nucia in Spain.
Round one.
So we're underway then. This is action in the 57 kilogram featherweight division, and it's a contest between boxers from IBN India and Uzbekistan. And right out of the gate, the man in blue, NORTOJIEV, has come out in storming fashion. Sachin up on his toes, looking to establish that lead left stick. Headlock applied by Sachin. So Sachin unfurling his longer reach in a bid to try and keep his man on the end of his jab. NORTOJIEV pressing forwards, having success with a shot on that forward march, but Sachin using every inch of the boxing ring. Exchange of shots sees NORTOJIEV's more direct. That's a solid right hand landed by NORTOJIEV. Sachin took it well. Again, clocking up the miles at a rapid clip as he speeds his way around the boxing ring. Solid left jab from Sachin, and he celebrates it by rising that right glove. First saw Sachin when I was ringside to commentate on his run through to the gold medal rostrum at the 2016 World Youth Championships at the Cyber Arena in St. Petersburg. Here he is looking for a return to the top spot on the podium on the global stage at a senior edition of the World Championships. So Sachin looking to maintain the gap between himself and his opponent, and he's just finding the range with that lead left stick now. Leaping left hook is celebrated with a grin of his gum shield to his corner by NORTOJIEV. Now, have we got a cut? And I think it's across the bridge of the nose. That's where the blood is, at least. Where is has the injury been sustained? So the doctor happy for the contest to continue. Closing 30 seconds of the round. Sachin now dealing with an injury as he's looking to continue to maintain the gap. There's a nice left jab from Sachin. Quickening up his feet in response to the fleet-footed movement being exhibited by Sachin is NORTOJIEV. Headlock employed by Sachin. Closing seconds of the round as both men trade misses. Little inaccurate to conclude the round, but some quality punches from both boxers. I think the man in blue did the better work. But how will the 5 scoring judges see that one? And with some altogether more solid hooks and crosses. One of them which he celebrated when he landed it near his own corner. Very expressive individual up in the boxing ring. So a clean sweep of the cards in favor of Khujanazar NORTOJIEV of Uzbekistan.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So, not quite sure what the delay is over in that red corner. I think Sachin was preparing to re-enter the fray without his gum shield. But the corner man to the rescue. And maybe it was the corner man who kept it in the bucket rather than having it at his disposal. But oh, that's a cracking right hand landed by Khujanazar NORTOJIEV. So Sachin, what can he do differently, having conceded the opening round unanimously? It's very untidy when it gets up close, and it's Sachin and the more compact figure of Khujanazar NORTOJIEV wrapping one another up when they get inside. It's happening increasingly here now. And these boxers have to watch that they don't pick up a warning for continually disregarding the instructions of the referee. So lead left jab is a scoring shot. Khujanazar NORTOJIEV gets on the front foot, looking to back up Sachin. You can see the blood being spat from the mouth of Sachin, so his difficulties mounting. The injury that he sustained was inspected by the doctor in the opening round. I think it's a damaged nose. And in the event that he's, without wishing to be too graphic, spitting out blood, that could well make breathing very difficult. Good left, right from Sachin. Onto the front foot goes NORTOJIEV in pursuit of him. Bolo shot to the body is a better shot from Sachin. And dare I say it, when he's holding his feet and not on the perimeter of the ring to the extent that he was in the first round, well, he's having more success. Taking it to NORTOJIEV now. Different posture adopted completely by Sachin as a left hook drives NORTOJIEV backwards. Bolo shot to the body forces NORTOJIEV to tie the man up. Completely different posture presented here by Sachin in the second round. And even though he lost the first unanimously, I think he's having a far better fist of it here. But now he's back up on his toes, presenting that back foot posture to NORTOJIEV. But when NORTOJIEV was made to go backwards, or at least to fight, to hold, to stand his ground, there's again another right hand celebrated by Sachin. Terrific response in the second round to not use the perimeter of the boxing ring, but to stand his ground in center ring and back the man up. There's another right hand success. Left hook landed on the belt from NORTOJIEV. I think that's a terrific response from the man in red. Not quite sure it's going to be enough for him to take the round, but an altogether more competitive display in the second produced by Sachin. Because he lost the first unanimously, and around the midway stage of round number 2, he bit down on the mouthpiece as if to say, okay, let's go, and back the man up with combinations like that. Well, that one didn't get through, but plenty of them did. And they certainly got NORTOJIEV's attention, such as that right cross. Wonderful response to bring Sachin back into this one, but how would the judges have reviewed his efforts? And he's only got it for 2 of the judges.
Your third and final round.
So we move into the third round, and Sachin, with a terrific response in round number 2, spent the majority of round number 1 up on his toes, circumnavigating the ring. conceded that unanimously in the second round. He adopted the type of posture we're seeing here, planting his feet into the canvas and taking it to NORTOJIEV, making the man from Uzbekistan go backwards on occasion. And you can see how comfortable NORTOJIEV is when he gets on the front foot and is able to shape-shift his way in pursuit of his man. If you've got an incessant pressure come forward boxer like that, if he takes another right hand from Sachin, if you can make them do something other than that, what they want to do, well, that is a real test, because Sachin is going against his own instinctual nature here. Consummate counter-puncher, back foot sharpshooter, but here having the boxing courage to change the tactics and try and do something different in pursuit of victory and a place in the quarterfinals. And it's paying dividends. There he takes a stiff left jab from NORTOJIEV, but you can't walk in the rain without getting wet. This is the sport we're in, the beautiful sport of boxing, and it's a hard-fought affair to determine who will progress through to the quarterfinals. It's advantage NORTOJIEV because he took the first round unanimously and edged the second on a 3-2 split, which means only 2 scores are tied at 19 points apiece. The other 3 are all in favor of NORTOJIEV by a 20-18 margin. So in short, just beyond the halfway stage, it means that Sachin requires a massive final round here, whereas NORTOJIEV can afford to enter bout management mode. And credit to Sachin because he is going for it. And it's really good to see him change tactics in the manner that he did. But I just wonder whether he and his corner will rue the fact that they elected to use the back foot tactics in the first round. And he pounds his chest and said to NORTOJIEV, bring it to me, as he goes in pursuit of the big finish that he needs. Solid shots landed by NORTOJIEV. And this one is turning into a really attritional and competitive affair. More shots, success from the outside by Sachin. NORTOJIEV, as the two of them gurning and mean mugging in the face of one another. But to me, this is playing into NORTOJIEV's hands because he's the man that has the advantage on the score clock. And by just allowing the clock to tick down as they mean mug in front of one another, well, this is going to send NORTOJIEV through to the quarter-final stage. Very good response from Sachin, but I think it's going to be a classic case of too little, too late. And that's why it's all smiles over in that blue corner, because Khujanazar NORTOJIEV boxed very well indeed, particularly in the opening round, took it unanimously. There was a really spirited response from the midpoint of the second by Sachin, having the courage to change tactics and stand his ground rather than use the space of the perimeter of the boxing ring, and it paid dividends. He took a share of the second round for 2 of the judges. Crucially, from his perspective, he needed 3 or more if he hoped to make the last round a bit of a shootout to determine who's going through. But he couldn't do that, and I think the third round was very similar to the second. Let's get the official particulars. It should be the man in blue going through.
Ladies and gentlemen, on ring B, your winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner from Uzbekistan, Khujanazar NORTOJIEV.
Well, nice to see that respect between the two boxers whose styles combine to produce a really competitive affair. But it's Khujanazar NORTOJIEV, the 2024 Asian Under-22 bronze medalist, who remains in contention for a place on the medal podium here at the Senior World Championships, and had got the energy to shadow box as he goes back and gets the congratulatory hugs from his corner team. They got the tactics right, he carried them out. A very good display indeed, withstanding the rally produced by Sachin. And there was a discernible change in tactics which paid real dividends for Sachin. And the 2016 World Youth Champion deserves immense credit for the manner in which he tried to change. But it's NORTOJIEV who goes through.